Hi everyone, it's Lindsay, and I'm back. How could I not talk about this story? How could I pass up a mid-season umpire retirement? And oh, it's Angel Hernandez. We're going to talk about his career history, his legal history with MLB, different factors that may have led up to this mid-season retirement. How rare is a mid-season umpire retirement in the first place? We're going to discuss all of these things, maybe drop a little bit of a tidbit that you may or may not know about already, and we're going to try to just figure out some analysis of what might have happened here. That's what we do on this channel. We analyze things. But before I get into that, thank you so much for the outpouring of support after my last video. It's been amazing. I'm so lucky to have such a supportive community here, and I am just like, I'm blown away. I can't wait to wake up tomorrow and see what my overnight viewers have done, because if it's anything like my afternoon and evening viewers, it's just incredible. So thank you. Without further ado, let's get rid of that mushy stuff to Angel's retirement. Reported by USA Today, confirmed by the umpire Angel Hernandez, and yes, that's the pronunciation. I noticed they add accents to his name when they are upset with him about something. But in the media guide, the court proceedings, friends and enemies alike, there's no accent.
Angel Hernandez.
Angel Hernandez.
Some tough times with Angel Hernandez.
Angel Hernandez hasn't scored less than 95 the entire time he's been in the league.
Yeah, Angel just shook my hand. Everything's good? Yeah, sure.
Angel in the middle of something again. I mean, it's just every year.
And Bryce knows about pronunciations.
You'll never be as good as Acuna. You can try as hard as you want. You'll never be as good as Acuna.
We'll hear argument next in number 22-343. Hernandez versus Office of...
Now, thanks to these lawsuits, we did extensive analysis on Angel Hernandez's statistics relative to other umpires, namely those promoted to crew chief, and we found that his was actually better than some candidates promoted over him, and that his statistics overall are definitely not the worst in MLB. So what we look at here is just a standard trajectory of an umpire of crew chief age as they approach the end of their career. It's what Mark Williams found in the Boston University study that shows that each umpire gets to a peak and that at a certain point at the latter half of the career, they decrease in terms of accuracy level. And that's just a standard thing we see with everyone. Experience at a certain point is negatively correlated with accuracy. This year, Hernandez is tied for second on the seniority list, tied with Vanover behind Lane. He's in his 60s. It is simply a plausible time for any umpire to consider retirement.
So we allege that he did intentionally discriminate against Angel Hernandez.
As for the lawsuit filed against MLB, originally in 2017, appealed dismissal in 2023, when he filed in 2017, I noticed that certain people, when reporting about him, would add accents to the A's in his name, where there were never accents before nor since in official documents, which I read as sort of a taunt by a public not amused that he dared speak out against an issue he felt was important to him that people didn't want to talk about. Now, I felt his legal team went the wrong route by accusing Joe Torre of personal animus because, yeah, a boss who holds a grudge is bad, but it's not really discriminatory. Instead, the statistics bore out what should have been his case. I digress. Either way, with that dismissal, doesn't really matter. He helped open the door simply by filing and talking about it for other umpires to try something they might not have tried to do if the rug hadn't been pulled back. He opened the door perhaps for another lawsuit more recently filed by a minor league umpire released alleging discrimination based on another protected characteristic. We haven't talked about that one yet. There's a lot to discuss, but Angel has helped a lot of people through his legal battles. And MLB might not like that. But two things. Number one, obviously, we know that it is illegal to retaliate against someone for something like this, but perhaps the bigger issue is not the lawsuit that he filed, but a certain replay incident in Cleveland in 2013 in which Hernandez's crew, not just him, his crew, under limited replay ruled a certain boundary call would stand when replay suggested it should be overturned. Well, in the archives, you have to go back for this, Terrence Moore, writing for MLB.com, wrote that after studying all angles that the umpires were provided, he agreed that it was inconclusive. This incident exposed so many problems with limited replay. The small monitors, the weird phone call to a technician, limited angles that were given to the umps, and basically tools that might have been deficient and not allowed umpires to do the job to the best of their ability. It was so bad MLB after this did a complete overhaul to the replay system, and we got expanded replay review with replay headquarters in New York, 2 additional umpire crews, challenges and all in 2014. So effectively, this cost MLB quite a bit of money. Having been in the league since 1991, the quote is, "I've decided that I want to spend more time with my family." Who wouldn't? You're always on the road. You don't have a home team as an umpire. He's been doing this for over 30 years. His pension is most likely vested. Financially, we're fine, but notice that in 2023, last season, he only worked 46 games, 48 in 2020, but that was COVID. Brings the injury idea into mind, and at that point in your career, why would you just want to be on the field to fight through more injuries? Jerry Lane has been on the injured list on and off for, oh gosh, he's currently off the field. He might be retiring after this year because some umpires do the injured list then retirement thing. As for a mid-season retirement, some umpires just do that. Mike DeMuro went away in the midseason. Dale Scott retired midseason. He was injured, quite dramatically so. Jerry Davis went away midseason. He wanted to work 5,000 and then get the heck out of Dodge. He did that. So it does not strike me as all that unusual. I'm sure there were negotiations involved. Umpire's CBA expires at the end of 2024. They have to work on a new collective bargaining agreement with baseball. So there's just so many factors going on here. But at the end of the day, this is an umpire at retirement age after a very lengthy MLB career, longer than a lot of umpires make before they get retired, finally deciding to spend more time with his family. That's my read. What do you have? Let us know in the comments. Thank you so much for all the support. As always, like the channel, subscribe, visit us on Discord, Patreon if you haven't bought a coffee, all of the fun things that you can support me if you would. I would appreciate that. And we'll see you on the site. I'm going to go take that break I said I would earlier today.
Angel,
Ciao.
I love you, bro. God bless, bro.